So let's talk metrics. Merchants obsess over fees, but what metrics actually matter? Is there anything that we should stop obsessing about?
I think we should stop obsessing about blended approval rates, where you'll see those fancy PDF files being sent to you as a merchant that will say, we have more than 90% approval rates. Like, okay, but where? Which banks? Which markets? Is it mobile? Is it desktop? What time of the day? Like, there's so many different factors that goes into a blended rate. If you're just looking at the blended rate, you can have a, I don't know, 85, 90% approval rate, but then you can have all sections that are performing at like 50 or 60%. And you'll never know that if you don't go into the specific bins. And getting the bin data is extremely important. And I have a lot to say about the bin data, but that might be for a different time. But I think we should stop obsess like the blended approval rates, and we should start digging down to the actual data. Um, and we should also stop obsessing about just the basic level of commercials like MDRs, fees, just the basic level of that. I don't think there is a huge difference between like if you were able to negotiate zero point 0.5 lower MDR, if it's again, if it's not IC++, it's just the regular blend MDR. Even if you lower it by zero point 0.5, but then your approval rates are like 3% lower or 5% lower, it doesn't make any difference. Like, it's way worse. So I don't think we should obsess about the basic fees, and we should start obsessing more about the performance of the actual solution than the fees. And then I don't think we should obsess over how many different payment methods there is on a cashier. Because I've seen a lot of competitors when I was on the merchant side where they'll have like, you know, 8, 9, 10 different methods. I need to scroll through all the methods. And there's something that is called, uh, well, I call it method fatigue, where the client will only focus on the first maybe 1 to 3, which are usually on the top. They should be on the top of the cashier, because below the, maybe after the first or second scroll, nobody will go there. It's just gonna be the first 3 that they're gonna see, and they'll focus on those. So how many different payments you have on a specific market, it doesn't really matter if you don't have the ones that actually convert, the ones that the local population is using.
Yeah, yeah, totally agree with that.